Did you know that if you use a Mac for music production, you can easily integrate your iPhone or iPad directly into Ableton and use it as a synth? You can also use it for sampling from YouTube or any other music application, and you don't need an audio interface. So let me quickly walk you through the process of setting it up. Alright, so first thing you need to do is obviously just plug your iPhone or iPad to your Mac via the supplied cable, USB-C or Lightning, depending on what device you have. Then click the magnifier glass up here to open Spotlight Search and search for Audio MIDI Setup. So on Audio MIDI Setup, you should see your iPhone at the bottom of the list of audio devices. When you click on it, it's a pretty simple explanation. Press the Enable button to place your iOS device in inter-device audio and MIDI mode. So just click Enable, and actually that was pretty much the whole macOS setup. Just hitting Enable on the audio devices in the Audio MIDI setup. Now we go into Ableton, and I'm using Live 12 for this, but it works on any version. Going into your audio preferences, and as an input device, you just choose your iPhone. So this means that if you're using a DAW that doesn't have the option to use a different audio device for the input and output, this setup cannot be achieved. For example, in Machine, I don't think you can do that. Other DAWs may not support it as well, but in Ableton it works fine. So now you're already have your iPhone audio going into Ableton. For example, if you play a YouTube video from your iPhone, you create an audio track, use the stereo inputs, and if you set your monitor to auto and record and enable the track, you should be able to hear it. So that would be cool for sampling, but let's integrate it as a synthesizer. Again, I'm gonna go into my preferences, but then I'm gonna go to the link, tempo, and MIDI tab. And so when I look at my inputs or outputs, MIDI inputs and outputs, I have my iPhone available as an input and output. I need to enable the track option for the outputs, making sure that we can send MIDI to the iPhone. Remember, we can already receive the audio, so that's pretty much all we need to do. Now I can just create a new MIDI track and drag and drop from the instruments category. I drag and drop an external instrument. I set the MIDI output to my iPhone and set my inputs to inputs 1 and 2. And remember, inputs 1 and 2 are our iPhone inputs. So now I've got Core Gadget open on the iPhone. You can use, of course, any music application. And now I can just play my keyboard and send MIDI to the application. So now I've recorded the MIDI and it's triggering the synth on the iPhone, but if I want to use another sound, I will need to bounce this one to audio. So we can just freeze and flatten it, and in Live 12 we can do that with one click, right click, freeze and flatten track. So this will be a real-time recording, so it's not going to be as quick as freezing an internal VST, but still pretty good. So there you have it, a super easy way to integrate your iOS device into Ableton if you use a Mac. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Check out my sample packs and my Ableton Live packs from the link down in the video description. Catch you in the next one.